What's going on, YouTube bros? It's Devin here from Beast Bodybuilding. Wanted to answer a question I got from my boy Connor. Pretty much was asking me if I had any tips for someone new to powerlifting who wants to compete in powerlifting, and I'm going to try to help you guys out as best I can. For all you guys who've been hitting the weights hard and been looking out for powerlifting competitions, and you guys want to do your first powerlifting competition, the best advice for me to give you is to make sure you guys know your organization that you're going to be competing in, the rules. Every single organization is different, from drug testing to depth on squats to rack commands to pretty much everything. So just make sure you know the rules for your federation and go over them and make sure you train that way so you don't miss a lift or bomb out in a powerlifting meet. I can't tell you how many times I've seen guys at powerlifting meets completely bomb out because they simply did not train the way the lifts were supposed to be performed, and that's simply because I believe they didn't look over the rules, or they were just sugarcoating their lifts in the gym, thinking they can do a lot more than they really could. So the organization I compete in is USAPL and Raw United. For instance, on squats, you have to break parallel. So in my training, I pretty much break parallel every single rep. And if I don't break parallel every single rep in my training, at the meets, I pretty much just drop it ass to grass. So I know that for a fact that when I go down and I come up, if I come up all the way, I'm going to get 3 white lights every single time. And this is the way I've been doing it, guys. So make sure you know the rules. And for all you guys wondering about weight classes, I go by this. Let's say you are in between 181 pounds and 198 pounds. Let's say you're 190 pounds. Personally, if let's say you're 4 to 6 weeks out of your competition and you're right in between 2 weight classes, you don't know if you should cut or should bulk. My opinion is if you're right in the middle, let's say between 181 and 198, at 6 weeks out, I would bulk into the 198 class and come in full at 198 pounds instead of cutting 10 pounds and being depleted or not as strong by the time you make it to 181. Now let's say you're actually closer to 181. Let's say you're 185 pounds or 186 pounds. Then I would recommend a cut 5 pounds in 5 weeks or 6 weeks. That's not really gonna be a big deal. So if you're right in the middle of the weight class, I'd suggest bulking up to the top of the weight class. And if you're closer to the lower weight class, I would drop a few pounds to make weight for that weight class. As far as what federations do I recommend? I've competed in both USAPL and Raw United before. I have to say that I personally like Raw United better because they play music when you lift, and I like that. That's how I train. I train with music on. USAPL is more legit as far as official weights go. They use kilogram plates that are pre-weighed before the meet, and they go by the kilogram system, which is used worldwide. So it's a little bit more legit in my opinion. The rule, the strictness is about the same. Raw United's very strict, and so is USAPL. If I had to say which one was more strict, I'd probably say USAPL is slightly more strict, but not by much. But that's about it. I haven't really competed in any other organizations, but I do like Raw United a tad bit more, so I will be competing in a lot more Raw United competitions coming up, more than USAPL, and it's cheaper, by the way. It's a tad bit cheaper, and you get trophies. USAPL, they give out medals. Raw United gives out trophies. I personally like trophies better, so that's another plus for Raw United. And if you guys are wondering, what the division you want to go to in as far as gear, I'm not talking about juice or the steroids. I'm talking about or even that, it doesn't even matter. If you're on gear, compete against gear lifters, guys. Don't be going against the drug-free lifters because that's fucked up. That's the lowest you can go. Um, but if you want to, compete drug-free, that's cool. If you want to compete in geared, that's cool too. I have friends who compete in gear, friends who compete in drug-free. It's just preference to me. But let's say you're a drug-free lifter and you want to go Raw United. Raw United's got 3 different divisions or classes. There's Raw, which is you can wear a belt, knee sleeves, and wrist wraps. Then there's Raw with a belt, which is you just can wear a belt, a 4-inch leather belt. And then there's 100% Raw, which is something I've competed in 2 times already, which is no gear at all. Just a singlet, that's it. Non-supportive singlet, no wrist wraps, no knee sleeves, no belt, so no aid of anything at all, no gimmicks, just you and the weight. Personally, if you guys train with a belt, I would definitely recommend going Raw and using the benefit of using your belt. If you guys do not train with a belt, then I would definitely recommend going 100% Raw. Ironman it's called, and because you're going to be going against guys who don't wear belts versus guys who wear belts and knee sleeves and wrist wraps. So it just gives you a better chance of winning if you guys are going trophy hunting. That's just my thought on that. And I'm trying to think of any other things I can go over at powerlifting competitions. Warm-ups, make sure you warm up properly. Timing your warm-ups is probably the most important thing to hitting your lifts right. I've seen so many top powerlifters have bad warm-ups, or their warm-up timing is off, and that sometimes leads to them bombing completely bombing their competition just because their warm-up time is off by 20 to 30 minutes. It really is a big deal. It's not like the gym where you sit there and you pretty much just go whenever you feel 100%. At a powerlifting meet, sometimes they go slow, sometimes they go fast, sometimes you get rushed. Sometimes you over warm up, so it's one of those things. It's trial and error. But usually, my best advice is to continue to ask questions when you're there. You go, ask somebody, hey, how many lifters am I out? And let's say they say 10 lifters. Usually, it's a good example. Each lift usually takes a minute, so that's pretty much like saying you're 10 minutes out from your your lift. So you'll know in 10 minutes you'll be hitting your lift, 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see, besides that, have fun, guys. I've seen too many people take weightlifting and bodybuilding and powerlifting so serious, and when they lose, they seem real depressed and they just hate the sport. But if you guys have fun, just have a good time. If you do good or bad, if you can just come home, having fun, you'll continue to compete and enjoy it. And I believe that's the key to any sport or anything for that matter. If you just have fun, it don't matter if you win or lose, because at the end of the day, having fun is winning. And if you win on top of having fun, that's just a bonus. Besides that, that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully I cleared up some things for new powerlifters. And if you guys have any other questions about getting into powerlifting, please post them down below. I'll try to answer them in the comments section. And that's about it, guys. So once again, thanks for posting that question, Connor. Everyone else, keep posting questions down below. I'll catch you guys later. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and share. I'll catch you later. Peace out. Deuces, bras.